Picture this. You're lying in bed at 3 a.m., your mind racing like a Formula One car that won't slow down. Your heart is pounding, your palms are sweaty, and that crushing weight on your chest feels like it's going to suffocate you. Sound familiar? If you're nodding right now, you're not alone. What I'm about to share with you will completely change how you think about stress forever. Before we dive deep into this life-changing information, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. The strategy I'm about to reveal has helped thousands of people transform their relationship with stress, and it could be exactly what you need to break free from that endless cycle of anxiety and overwhelm. Here's something that will blow your mind. Every self-help guru, every wellness coach, every stress management expert has been lying to you. They tell you to eliminate stress, get rid of anxiety, find inner peace. But here's the brutal truth. Stress can't be erased. It's impossible. And the more you try to eliminate it, the stronger it becomes. Think about it. Have you ever tried to not think about a pink elephant? What happens? That pink elephant is all you can think about. The same principle applies to stress. The harder you fight it, the more it fights back. The more you resist it, the more it persists. Let me tell you about Sarah, a 34-year-old marketing executive who came to me completely broken. She had tried everything: meditation apps, yoga classes, breathing exercises, even expensive therapy sessions. Nothing worked. In fact, her stress levels were getting worse. She was having panic attacks at work, couldn't sleep, and her relationships were falling apart. Sarah had fallen into the same trap that millions of people fall into every single day. She was trying to eliminate stress instead of transforming it, and that's exactly why she was suffering. Here's the game-changing truth. Stress is energy, pure, raw, powerful energy. And energy can never be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form into another. This isn't just psychology, this is physics. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted from one form to another. Your stress, your anxiety, your overwhelm, it's all energy that's currently working against you. But what if I told you that this same energy could become your greatest ally? What if that crushing pressure could become unstoppable momentum? What if that racing mind could become laser-focused clarity? If this is already starting to make sense to you, do me a favor and smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We're just getting started, and what I'm about to share will give you the exact blueprint to transform your stress into your superpower. Let's talk science for a moment. When you experience stress, your body releases a cocktail of hormones: cortisol, adrenaline, norepinephrine. These chemicals are designed to give you superhuman abilities: enhanced focus, increased strength, faster reaction times, and heightened awareness. Our ancestors used this stress response to hunt mammoth, escape predators, and survive in hostile environments. This stress response literally kept our species alive. So why does it feel so terrible in modern life? Because we're trying to fight it instead of channeling it. Here's what's happening in your body right now when you experience stress. Your amygdala, the alarm system in your brain, detects a threat and floods your system with stress hormones. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, your mind sharpens. You're literally becoming a superhuman version of yourself. But instead of using this enhanced state, what do most people do? They try to calm down, they try to relax, they try to make it go away. It's like having a Ferrari and trying to drive it like a bicycle. Back to Sarah. When she understood this principle, everything changed. Instead of trying to eliminate her stress, she learned to transform it. That nervous energy before her big presentations, she transformed it into passion and enthusiasm that captivated her audience. Those racing thoughts at night, she transformed them into creative problem-solving sessions that advanced her career. Within 3 months, Sarah got promoted. Within 6 months, she was leading her company's biggest project. The same stress that was destroying her life became the fuel for her greatest achievements. Now, let me give you the exact framework that Sarah used, and that thousands of others have used, to transform their stress into success. I call it the fuel method. F, face it you, understand it. E, embrace it. L, leverage it. Let's break each one down. The first step is to stop running from your stress. Stop trying to avoid it, numb it, or pretend it doesn't exist. You need to face it head on. Look your stress in the eye and acknowledge it. Most people spend enormous amounts of energy trying to avoid stress. They avoid difficult conversations, challenging projects, or uncomfortable situations. But avoidance is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Eventually, it's going to explode to the surface with even more force. Here's what I want you to do right now. Take out a piece of paper or open a note on your phone. Write down the top 3 things that are causing you stress right now. Don't sugarcoat it, don't minimize it, just write it down exactly as it is. Congratulations. You just completed the first step of stress transformation. You faced it. By the way, if you're finding value in this content, make sure you're subscribed, because I release new videos every week that dive deep into topics like this. You don't want to miss out on the strategies that could change your life. The second pillar is understanding what your stress is really trying to tell you. Stress is not your enemy. It's a messenger. It's your internal guidance system trying to communicate something important to you. There are different types of stress, and each one carries a different message. Challenge stress. This occurs when you're facing something difficult but achievable. The message is, you're growing. Push through. Threat stress. This occurs when you perceive danger or risk. The message is, pay attention, assess the situation. Overwhelm stress. This occurs when you have too much on your plate. The message is, prioritize, delegate, simplify. Performance stress. This occurs before important events. The message is, this matters to you. Prepare well. I remember working with a client named Marcus, a software engineer who was stressed about a major project deadline. At first, he saw his stress as a problem, but when we analyzed it using this framework, we discovered it was challenge stress mixed with performance stress. The message was clear. This project mattered to him, and he was capable of completing it, but he needed to approach it strategically. Instead of panicking, Marcus used his stress as information. He broke down the project, identified the critical components, and created a focused action plan. The result? He not only met the deadline, but delivered his best work ever. His stress became his success strategy. This is where most people struggle. Embracing your stress doesn't mean enjoying it or seeking it out. It means accepting it as a natural and valuable part of your human experience. When you resist stress, you create what psychologists call stress about stress. You become stressed about being stressed, which doubles your suffering. But when you embrace it, something magical happens. The resistance disappears, and all that energy becomes available for productive use. Here's the paradox that will change everything for you. The moment you stop trying to eliminate stress, it loses its power over you. It's like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. But when you relax and go with it, you can easily float to the surface. This doesn't mean becoming passive or giving up. It means shifting from fighting your stress to dancing with it, from being its victim to being its partner. Try this technique called stress welcoming. The next time you feel stress rising, instead of fighting it, say this: I notice I'm feeling stressed right now, and that's okay. This stress means I care about something important. I welcome this energy, and I'm going to use it wisely. Notice what happens. The stress doesn't disappear, but your relationship with it changes completely. This is where the transformation happens. Once you've faced your stress, understood its message, and embraced its presence, you can leverage it for maximum benefit. Stress energy can be leveraged in multiple ways. Physical leverage. Use the extra energy for exercise, cleaning, or physical projects. Mental leverage. Channel the heightened focus into deep work, problem-solving, or creative projects. Emotional leverage. Transform the intensity into passion, enthusiasm, or determination. Social leverage. Use the energy to have important conversations or strengthen relationships. If you're starting to see how this could work in your own life, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. I'm about to share some advanced techniques that will take this to the next level, and you don't want to miss them. Now let me share some advanced techniques that will accelerate your stress transformation. The Stress Alchemy technique. This involves consciously transforming the physical sensations of stress into positive energy. When you feel your heart racing, instead of thinking, "I'm anxious," think, "I'm energized." When you feel tense, instead of thinking, "I'm stressed," think, "I'm ready for action." This isn't positive thinking, it's perceptual reframing. You're not changing the sensation, you're changing what the sensation means to you. I taught this technique to Emma, a public speaking coach who ironically had severe stage fright. Every time she had to speak, her heart would pound, her palms would sweat, and her voice would shake. Using Stress Alchemy, Emma learned to interpret these sensations differently. Her pounding heart became excited energy. Her sweating palms became readiness for action. Her shaking voice became passionate intensity. The physical sensations didn't change, but her performance transformed completely. She went from dreading speaking engagements to becoming one of the most sought-after speakers in her field. The Stress Channeling Protocol. This involves directing your stress energy towards specific outcomes. Identify the energy level, 1-10 scale. Choose a worthy target for that energy. Create a specific action plan. Execute with full intensity. Evaluate and adjust. Here's what happens when you consistently apply these techniques. Your stress becomes your competitive advantage. While others are paralyzed by pressure, you're energized by it. While others are overwhelmed by challenges, you're motivated by them. You develop what I call stress mastery, the ability to transform any stressful situation into fuel for achievement. This isn't just a nice-to-have skill. In today's world, it's essential for success. Let me warn you about the biggest mistakes people make when trying to transform their stress. Mistake number 1, trying to transform all stress immediately. Some stress needs to be processed first. If you're dealing with trauma or grief, you can't just transform it away. You need to heal first, then transform. Mistake number 2, forcing positive thinking. Transformation isn't about pretending everything is great. It's about working with reality, not against it. Mistake number 3, ignoring the message. If your stress is telling you something important, like you're in a toxic relationship or a wrong career, transforming it without addressing the root cause is like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. We're getting into some really powerful stuff here. If you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe and consider turning on all notifications. The strategies I share could literally change your life, and I don't want you to miss any of them. Transforming stress isn't a one-time event, it's a lifestyle. It's about building systems and habits that automatically convert stressful energy into productive energy. Morning stress, preparation. Start each day by acknowledging that you'll likely encounter stress, and that's not only okay, it's beneficial. Set an intention to use any stress you encounter as fuel for your goals. Stress. Transformation breaks. Instead of coffee breaks, take stress transformation breaks. When you notice stress building, take 5 minutes to face it, understand it, embrace it, and leverage it. Evening stress review. End each day by reviewing how you handled stress. What worked? What didn't? How can you improve tomorrow? Let me tell you about David, a startup founder who was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. His company was struggling, investors were pressuring him, and he was working 18-hour days. Traditional stress management wasn't working because he couldn't eliminate the stressors. They were part of his reality. When David learned stress transformation, everything shifted. He used the pressure from investors as motivation to refine his pitch. He channeled his long work days into deep focus sessions that produced breakthrough innovations. He transformed his fear of failure into determination to succeed. His company not only survived, but thrived. They secured major funding, launched successfully, and David became a respected leader in his industry. The same stress that almost broke him became the foundation of his success. Let's dive into what's actually happening in your brain when you transform stress. Neuroscientists have discovered that stress and excitement create nearly identical physiological responses. The difference is purely perceptual. When you reframe stress as excitement or energy, you're literally rewiring your neural pathways. You're creating new connections that associate stress with opportunity rather than threat. This process is called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to reorganize and adapt. Every time you successfully transform stress, you're making it easier to do it again in the future. Here's what most people don't realize. There's a tipping point in stress transformation. At first, it feels forced and unnatural. You have to consciously remind yourself to face, understand, embrace, and leverage your stress. But after consistent practice, something amazing happens. Your brain starts automatically transforming stress. It becomes your default response. You reach what I call stress mastery, the point where stress becomes your ally, not your enemy. Let's do a real-time transformation exercise. Think about something that's stressing you out right now. Got it? Good. Now apply the fuel method. Face it. Acknowledge the stress without judgment. Understand it. What is this stress trying to tell you? Embrace it. Accept this stress as valuable energy. Leverage it. How can you use this energy productively today? Do this exercise, and you'll immediately feel a shift in how you relate to that stressor. When you master stress transformation, it doesn't just change your stress levels, it changes everything. Your relationships improve because you're no longer reactive. Your career advances because you perform better under pressure. Your health improves because you're not fighting your own nervous system. You become someone others look to for leadership during challenging times. You develop what psychologists call stress inoculation, the ability to handle increasingly difficult situations with grace and effectiveness. If you've made it this far, you're serious about transforming your life. Make sure you subscribe because I'm constantly sharing advanced strategies that build on these foundations. Your future self will thank you for taking action today. I know some of you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. Can stress really be transformed this easily? Let me be clear, this isn't easy. It requires practice, consistency, and patience with yourself. But here's what I can guarantee. If you continue trying to eliminate stress, you'll continue to suffer. Stress elimination is impossible. Stress transformation is not only possible, it's the key to thriving in our high-pressure world. Let me paint a picture of what happens when you don't transform your stress. You stay stuck in a cycle of fight or flight, exhausting your nervous system. Your creativity suffers because your brain is constantly in survival mode. Your relationships deteriorate because you're always on edge. You miss opportunities because you avoid challenges. You plateau in your career because you can't handle increased pressure. You develop stress-related health issues. You live a smaller life than you're capable of living. Is that the future you want? Now imagine a different future, one where pressure makes you perform better, where challenges excite you instead of terrifying you, where stress becomes your secret weapon for achievement. You're calm in chaos. You're energized by what overwhelms others. You see opportunities where others see obstacles. You live with confidence because you know you can handle whatever life throws at you. This isn't fantasy. This is what stress transformation makes possible. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. The strategies I share could literally change the trajectory of your life. Second, pick one stressful situation in your life and apply the fuel method today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Third, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Stress is affecting millions of people, and this information could help someone you care about. Remember this, stress can't be erased, only transformed. You can continue fighting a battle you can never win, or you can learn to transform your stress into your greatest strength. The choice is yours. The power is yours. The transformation is yours. What will you choose? Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if this helped you, and ring that notification bell so you never miss content that could change your life. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll dive even deeper into advanced transformation techniques. Until then, remember, your stress is not your enemy. It's your untapped potential waiting to be unleashed. Transform it and transform your life.